Thanks for meeting with me today. I know that you had an issue with a student, and just thought that we should talk it out.
Yeah, my student Emily, she had a teacher before me that she just wasn't progressing with, and she's had some really good progress with me, but recently she's been not performing as well. She's not been practicing, and her mom said that she's just not doing as well as she used to be doing, and we found out that it's because of this recital that happens at the end of each term, and she feels like playing the piano is for herself and not for anyone else, and that performing, she doesn't feel any need for it because music is to make her feel good rather than to show other people what she's done.
Mm-hmm.
And it's becoming a problem where if she doesn't perform, she won't be able to continue with us, and I don't think that's fair.
Okay. Well, the end of the term performance is very important. It's a way for us to make sure that the teachers are doing their job and that our students are getting the music education that they need. So that's basically the purpose of the assessment. If you could find an alternative assessment that would serve the same purpose, then we would definitely be open to doing something else.
Well, I'm not saying that I think we should discontinue the recital for everyone, and I think that we should use discretion when it comes to students like Emily. Just my opinion of the assessment is that it's not for the student, it's an assessment of my teaching, which when you think of what an assessment is for, it should at least be for the student, and if that's not part of the assessment, that's not really the reason why we do this. It's so that you can see whether I'm doing my job right. And
Right.
I don't feel like that's fair to put a student through something that she doesn't want to go through, something that she won't do, and then say that she can't progress because she didn't, just because she just has such an aversion to this. And I think it's beyond our rights to deny her lessons because it's beyond her comfort level. And I understand that it's mandatory, but I think that maybe we should think of alternative solutions. Some ideas I had were maybe videotaping a few lessons throughout the term. I could give you copies of the material that we go through so you can see the progress, and I could write you progress reports about her teaching or her progress. We could have you sit in on a few lessons. We could have her mother sit in on a few lessons, things like that, so that you can see. And I think that maybe if we start small with a couple of people, we could possibly build her confidence up to performing in front of large groups.
Okay. Those are some really good ideas, and we have had, some students in the past who have not done well at the performance, and it is not necessarily a reflection of the teacher's abilities to teach that student. So the end of the term performance hasn't really proved to be an accurate form of assessment, and I think that you bring up some really good points of of how we should maybe change a few things. Also, even if we just audio record the lessons, that might make the student a little less uncomfortable and able to perform if they're not thinking about the camera all the time. So, yeah. Was there anything else that you wanted to?
Nope.
Okay.
Stop.